Back at the theater, while Ken was learning the entered apprentice degree, he continued to work, and one day he decided to request an opportunity to return to Tri-County to assist in the Ninja Turtles sequel rush. He did so just to gather back to the taste of that group, and to make money. As the hours were slow at Concordville, he noticed some staff members were still there, either in their same positions, or promoted to management, like Ed McKay and Jack Thatcher. Frank was still there as an usher and Jen Archer as a concessionist. A new black assistant manager was there named Reggie, who was short, quiet and had thin trimmed hair and a mustache. Also, a man named Chip was added as an usher and box office cashier, and Greg Lawler returned as an usher after his failed attempt at managing back at Concordville. He brought his sense of humor with him, telling a few jokes here and there, including one about a small man who had the story of when he called the witch doctor the N-word. Despite being only 17 years old, Jack got to score what he called an AFAM job, or another fucking assistant manager role. After a week there, Ken got back to Concordville for that normal routine again. Within a few days of his return, he and the staff got a visit from the district manager and other bigwigs. Everyone had to look busy, watch their P's and Q's, and have everything in their proper place. The district manager even checked behind the coming attraction displays for anything out of place. A few weeks afterwards from there, word got out to the staff that George Robinson would be fired as the general manager of Concordville. George delivered the news himself to the staff, and many, particularly Ted and Griff, were outraged to see this happen. There was talk and speculation as to who would be the new general manager of the theater. A man named Joe Cunningham took the role temporarily until he was transferred a month later. From there, they appointed Ted Kirby, TK, from assistant manager to general manager of the location. With his college classes, Ken noticed he was doing better than he did while attending Neumann. Getting an A came easier for him at the community college than it did at Neumann. It could have been because of the extra efforts he put into them, or it may have been the teachers were easier with smaller, up-close, and more personal classes. As both a part-time worker and a part-time student, Ken didn't have many options when it came to getting health insurance. His dad and mom found a company where he might be qualified to receive some coverage, but it meant meeting with an agent and answering questions, and also not having any pre-existing medical conditions. It also meant getting a urine test done one day to confirm he was in good health. This test meant fasting immediately before it. However, this test came back with unsatisfactory results, which meant a denial of coverage. The results had Ken worried for a while until he learned that it was a little too much protein in the urine that kept him from approval, something his doctor thought was quite ridiculous as a reason for denial. Ken's father was thinking they probably suspected that he had a pre-existing medical problem. Kenny, I think they smelled a nigger in the woodpile when they decided to deny you. They probably suspected you weren't in the best shape when you applied. Otherwise, why else would they? He said. Despite having his abscess go away for a brief period, it came back, causing severe pain, and eventually bursting, leaving a blood stain on his underwear. After this incident, he got into a habit of adding more warm baths and dieting, with his doctor giving him a penicillin prescription to heal it. In the time he was dealing with this condition, he managed to lose approximately 25 to 30 pounds, and some around him noticed the weight loss. Complimenting him, the diet he was following was the Slim Fast diet, which he had seen celebrities like Tommy Lasorda and others follow.